Welcome to day 10 of this 30-day challenge to splits. If you like this content, please subscribe. We'll start today's practice in a comfortable seated position with your neck long and your spine straight. You can close your eyes if that feels okay for you, placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And we'll begin with a few rounds of Ujjayi breath. Breathing in deeply through your nose, filling your belly, rib cage, and chest. And exhale through your nose with a gentle constriction in the back of your throat, creating a soft ocean-like sounding breath, allowing each inhale to fill you with fresh energy and each exhale to release any tension. Breathing here for 5 slow, deep breaths, using each breath to bring yourself into the present moment. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. Taking one more breath here. Sending that intention out into the world. And when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way into a tabletop position. Coming to all fours with your shoulders stacked over your wrist and your hips over your knees. We'll do a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly, look up. And then exhale, round down through your spine, tucking your chin to the chest. And make this movement slow as you inhale, drop the belly, look up, and exhale, round. Starting to move a little bit faster, doming through the upper back. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, lifting your gaze. And a couple more rounds, finding breath per movement here. Going at your own pace, marrying the breath to the movement. And we'll tuck our toes, lift our hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. Rooting down through your index finger and thumb, wrapping your triceps back, finding length in your spine. Maybe pedaling out to the feet to find a little stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Warming everything up before we really get into our practice today. And breathe, sending the heels down towards the earth. And from here, we'll bend the knees, drop the knees down to the ground, bring the toes together, heels to separate. Walking the arms out long, finding an extended child's pose. Knowing that you can come into this pose during your practice at any time if you need to take breaks or any other pose that feels good in your body. Just honoring yourself throughout your practice and remembering to continue to breathe. Coming back to the present moment. Couple more breaths here as you lengthen through the spine. And then we'll make our way out of that pose and take your socks off if you have them on. And we'll come back into our downward facing dog. And we're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or jump all the way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, folds down into your forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, plant your hands at the heart center. Inhale your arms up and sit back into your chair pose. Toes are going to be together, heels slightly separated. Drawing your belly in, lengthening your tailbone down. Rotating your pinkies in towards each other as you sit a little deeper here. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Breathe. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Find that flat back. Bring your scapulas together. And exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank pose, shift forward, lower down, elbows hug in towards the rib cage. Come all the way down, flip on the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, shift the hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Breathe here, rooting down through the feet. Inhale, reach that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, spin on your back foot. Inhale, reach the arms up, find your warrior one pose. Sinking deep into that front knee, stacking it over the ankle. And stay here for a few breaths as you square your hips off to the front of the mat. And then exhale, step back, high plank. Lower down, elbows hug in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Inhale, that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, reach your arms up. Sitting deep into that front knee, square your hips off to the front of the mat. Root down through the knife's edge of your back foot. Step back, plank pose, lower slow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, walk or jump all the way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sit back deep in your chair pose. Draw your belly in, hugging your rib cage in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale when you're ready, coming into your halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, step back, plank pose, lower slow, chaturanga. Inhale, flip to the tops of your feet, lift your knees up, opening up the chest. And exhale, shift back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, spin the back foot down. Reach the arms up, find length in the spine. Sitting deep into your front knee, squaring off the hips. Rooting down through the knife's edge of your back foot. Plant your hands, step back, shift forward, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, make your way into your downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts up and back, three-legged dog. Bring the knee in, step the foot through. Spin on that back foot, find your warrior one, sinking into that front knee. Knee is stacked over the front ankle. Square your hips off. Plant the hands down, plank pose, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, make your way into your downward facing dog. Step the feet forward. Bring the toes to separate. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe here in your forward fold, stretching through the backs of your hamstrings. Grabbing your toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper in your Uttanasana pose. Maybe you pedal out those feet. bending the knees a little bit and straightening them. And just stay here in this pose. And gently, we're going to make our way into a wide-legged forward fold. So stepping towards the long edge of your mat. Place your hands on your hips. And on your exhale, hinge from your hips all the way down. Bringing the hands on the mat. As you fold your upper body over your lower body. Stretching through the backs of your hamstrings. And breathing. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, step back into your downward facing dog. Step that right foot in between your hands. Take that left hand down on the ground, reach the right arm up towards the sky for a twisted lunge. Breathe here. Plant that right hand down, step back into your downward facing dog, and we'll do the other side. Step that left knee in between the hands. Place your right hand down on the ground. Reach that left arm up to the sky. Find a twisted lunge. Opening up through the chest. Stretching through your inner thighs. And we'll come back, bringing both hands down to the ground. Step back into your downward facing dog. Step that right foot forward in between the hands. Come high up onto the fingertips. And breathe here. If you want to, you can always set that back knee down. And we'll take some pillows or blocks and come to lizard pose supported on blocks here. Or you can bring the forearms down to the ground. And we'll slowly make our way back into our downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. We'll find lizard pose on the other side. Lifting that back knee up off the ground. And allowing the forearms to sink deeper into the ground or the props beneath you. And breathe. Allowing gravity to just take over as you sink deeper into this pose. Slowly start to come out of it. Make your way into your downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, coming into your tabletop position. Send your right knee back behind you. Bring the knee into the nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring the knee in towards your nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee into the nose, step the foot through. Use your blocks if you have them. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace your hands on your right knee, sinking deep into that right knee as you find a stretch through your inner thighs. And breathe here. Maybe you take the blocks on their highest setting and send that right heel out in front of you. And breathe here as you forward fold over your extended leg. Finding a split variation as you allow your hips to sink deep into the mat. Practicing your split pose with your props. And we'll come back onto that right knee and shift back and forward with the breath. Finding movement here that feels good in the body. And we'll set those blocks down on their second lowest setting. Sliding a little deeper into the pose. Shoulders are back and down. Breathing here, allowing the blocks to meet your hands. And only go as far as your body will let you. And we'll do the other side. So send that left leg back behind you. Bring the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee into the nose. Inhale, send it back. Step your foot through. Inhale, reach the arms up. And on your exhale, interlace the hands on your left knee, sinking deep into that front knee as you sink your hips down towards the ground. Breathe. Taking your blocks here, we'll shift that left heel out in front of you, pointing your left toes up towards the sky. And when you're ready, fold as deep as you can over that extended leg, finding that balance between effort and ease. And if you don't have props, you can always use books. Coming onto your front knee, and we'll shift back and forth, stacking your front knee over the front ankle and shifting it back a few times with the breath. And then we'll come back to stacking the blocks at the higher level as you shift your extended leg forward. Allowing your hips to melt a little bit more down towards the ground. Not making any judgments on where you are. Just staying here in the present moment. And we'll come back, shifting the blocks off to the side. Making circles with the hips and the shoulders in one direction. Finding movement here in the body. Shaking that off. Breathing with every movement. Letting the breath be your guide. And we'll make our way into a seated forward fold. So extend your arms up towards the sky. Reach out in front of you for whatever is accessible in your body today. It could be the toes, the ankles, or the shins. Wherever you are, just keep connecting to the breath, extending long through the spine, and surrendering the upper body over your lower body. And walk the hands up the body, bring the right knee in towards your chest. Send that right knee out to the right, letting it flop over. And we'll forward fold over your extended leg. Surrendering your upper body over your lower body. Taking this time to connect to your breath. Doesn't matter how far you fold. It matters that you're connecting to the present moment with your breath. Now take your right hand, draw a line up your body through your chest and reach your arm up and over your right ear. Palming can be face down towards the ground as you get a nice stretch through your hamstring and your rib cage. And we'll slowly come out of it and do the other side. Left knee hugs in. Take the left foot on the inside of your right leg, dropping that knee out to the side. Forward fold, extend over that leg out in front of you. Reaching only for what's accessible in the body. No stress, no straining. Just a nice gentle stretch over that front leg. And breathe. Extending long through the spine as you hinge from the hips. Take that left arm, extend it back behind you. Reach that left bicep over your left ear, palm face down. Extending through the rib cage. and breathing. Making your way out of it, we'll come into our butterfly pose. So place the feet together, knees come out to the side, and extend your torso out long out in front of you, folding over your legs. And breathe here. Sending the knees out to the sides, using the elbows to press into the inner knees or your shins. Breathe here as you open up the hips. And just allow yourself to slowly come out of this pose. Fold the knees in like a book. Make your way down to your back, bringing the knees into the chest, grabbing the outsides of the feet, stacking the ankles over your knees, finding happy baby pose. Keeping the left knee straight or bent, stretch and straighten the right leg long. Breathe here. And we'll do the other side. Straighten that left leg, keeping that right knee bent. Seeing if you can soften anything you don't need here. Hug the knees back in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And extend your legs out long, separating the feet as long as the mat. Bring your arms by your side, melting your shoulders down into the mat. Letting the back of the head melt down into the mat, coming into Savasana pose. Staying in this pose for as long as you'd like. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you for day 11 of this 30-day challenge to split. If you'd like to get a daily email of motivation for this challenge, please click the link below to sign up. See you tomorrow.